107.1, here's A1. We have the guys on the show ahead of their gig in Dubai. We've got Mark, we've got Christian, and we've got Paul catching up with the guys on Zoom right now.
Hello there, how are you doing?
I'm good, how are you? My name's Aylissa, I'm from Love 107.1 in Dubai. Nice to chat to you guys.
You too.
A1, yes! I mean, there's no live audience here because we're back to the COVID times on Zoom with the guys, but they will be in the UAE very soon in Dubai, 22nd of September. We're so hyped to have you guys here. We're excited. Are you guys hyped for it as well?
Most definitely. We can't wait to come back. And saying come back, we haven't been there for over 20 years as a band.
Whoa. So
it's about time, really. We're so excited though. We've been there a few times as tourists and stuff, and I love going out there. And in fact, I was just saying to the guys, when I met my soon-to-be wife, we're getting married in a week and a half.
Right,
our first holiday together was to Dubai, so we have very good memories from there. Much
so
looking forward to coming back.
We cannot wait to have you guys. I mean, catch me up. Since the 2000s, I mean, I first got into you guys in the 2000s, and I'm just going to confess here, I stalked you for a while.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I used to come to Glasgow Airport. You guys did all the morning kids shows. Remember the Saturday morning shows? They were in Glasgow quite a lot, and I made my aunt take me to the airport at 6 a.m. to come and meet you guys. So
which morning program in Glasgow?
No, was the Saturday show, wasn't it?
I think it was a Saturday show or FBI or one of those back in the day.
Yeah. So we have met. So we should be saying, "Oh, it's good to see you again."
Hey.
That's what celebs do, isn't it? And you're like, "Oh, do you remember meeting me at Glasgow Airport in 2001?" And you're like, "Yeah, of course."
Well, actually, normally we are pretty good, but I think that is going back a little bit. And I'm guessing you may have changed your hair a little bit, maybe.
Well, that was when I was a natural blonde, boys, but I can't really say that anymore. But yeah, I mean, the 2000s was a crazy time to be a pop star, right? Things were so different then. I mean, what do you remember? Because there was always hysteria for you guys back then.
I remember when we did go to those Saturday morning shows that there would be a lineup of fans outside the gates holding up really, really rude signs, which we couldn't repeat here on air. And they would come along with their signs and "Ready or Not." I remember one particular, "Ready or Not." I really have to leave it there. I can't say the rest of it. But it was based around one of our songs.
Say it now, and then I'll cut it out. Right, let's go.
Okay, I don't know why this is stuck with me, but there was this girl that came outside of a TV show called SMTV, and she held up a sign and said, "Ready or Not, I'll." There you go, wonderful. Isn't that so nice? Bringing the tone right
and
down.
And that was me, but I was only 11.
You were only 11.
Oh dear.
So much wrong with that. But I mean,
of all the things we could remember about the 2000s, I apologise for that.
Well, don't apologise, because I think that's great. And did it work, or
no?
Okay then. Look, here's the guys. This is A1 and Take On Me on Love 107.1. We're going to catch up with the guys in a minute. So good, there's A1 and Take On Me, and the boys are joining me right now on video call on Zoom. Let's go back to the 2000s, because I guess like your big breakout, I think the song that really hit for you guys was when you did Take On Me, right? I remember that was massive, went straight into #1. And how did that happen? Because here at Love 107.1, we love our 80s tunes, we love our 90s, we love our 2000s. And how did that come about, you guys doing an Aha song?
Well, I'm Norwegian, and it came about because of that, really. We've had our first album. We actually did have 4 top 10 hits in the UK before Take On Me, but the record company was like, oh, to get you to #1 where you deserve to be, we should do a cover. Is there Christian, you're Norwegian, is there a Norwegian band? I was like, no. I was like, oh yeah, there's Aha, there's Take On Me. It's like, no, we can't do that.
We can't touch that. I literally
said no about I got the veto right to say no to this. It's sort of true to the original, but a little bit more modern sounding, and I can sort of I can live with this version if I ever move back to Norway. And I'm really glad we did, because it became our first number one song, and not only that, Aha's version only made it to number 2 in the charts in the UK, which is pretty cool. So we took it to number 1 where it belongs to be, and even in Norway, I just learned that. I learned this last week at a TV show that we're doing. Someone was saying we actually stayed longer in the charts in Norway than the original version of the song did, which is pretty awesome. So we're very happy, and I'm sure Aha are happy with that as well. At least their accountants are happy with our version.
Can I add to this? To this? Actually, it wasn't just the song that we did. It was everything. It was a case of everything lining up at exactly the right time. Even the routine and the video that we did. Obviously, you can't compete with the original video. It's so iconic. But we did our own kind of a modern take on. It was a little bit like The Matrix. It was a very futuristic Tron-like video.
Guys, I've got to tell you, this is a bit awkward. My mum really dislikes you guys, right? But it's not personal, right? It's not personal. The reason why is because I was 11 years old when that came out, okay? Take On Me. We were in the back garden. As you do, every single Sunday I had the official chart on, right? And it was blasting out of my kitchen window into the garden. Me and my friends were there, and we were waiting to see if Take On Me got to number 1, right? We were all waiting. We were all screaming teenagers. You got to number 1. And we screamed like no one has ever screamed before, running around the garden like, wah! Next door, what we didn't realize is they just had a brand new baby. So the neighbor was at my mother's door 5 minutes later, banging on the door, saying they were going to call the police. And ever since then, when my mum heard that song on the radio, she was like, turn that off. So you started real drama in my street because of that song. You got anything to say?
I thought you were going to say when it got to number 1, they played Aha's version.
Did they?
Which I think they've done that a few times, didn't they?
Or maybe
they couldn't actually bring themselves to play the new version.
Maybe you converted that baby next door to being the youngest A1 fan. Maybe. They were like, what's all this all about? And they became an A1 fan from day one. A1.
I was so obsessed, though. Like, it's embarrassing that you're here and me saying this to you. Right, but what have you got in store for us at the Dubai gig? Because we're very excited. It's September 22nd in Dubai at the Agenda.
That's right. We're really looking forward to. Of course, we're going to do all the biggest hits. You know, the Take On Me and Caught in the Middle every time. You know, Like a Rose, all the songs that we know our fans will want to hear. But then also, of course, like we mentioned, the brand new single "Call Me When You Land" that you'll actually hear before it's released. It's not released until the 6th of October. And then, it's going to be, we're just going to have fun going down memory lane together. And there's got to be some hugs. There's got to be some hugs.
Well, I want a hug from you guys because I deserve it for being your number one stalker.
You deserve it.
Today, yeah?
You absolutely do.
But maybe I'll keep my hands behind my back because I'm a bit dangerous these days, okay?
You could bring a big banner, big sign.
Yeah, I'll bring that banner that I previously brought. Right, guys, thank you so much for the chat. It was brilliant to speak to you, and I'll see you when you get here, all right?
Yeah.
Lovely to speak to you.
Thank you so much, darling. See you later.
Bye.
Bye.
Love 107.1.